This
Salesforce like
conference
more
will
than 8
now be
years.
recorded.
I have total like 14 years of experience, and yeah, I've been doing the training more than 7 years now. Okay, yeah. So today let's see like how exactly the Salesforce training and everything, like what exactly we cover here, and what is the duration of the course and everything. Okay, so in this training we cover both admin as well as the development. So the training will be for around 40 plus hours, and admin will take around 12 to 15 hours, and the development will take around 20, around 25 plus hours only generally. So uh, so we cover both admin as well as the development in this particular training. So what exactly the admin is? So Salesforce is into the cloud. So we don't do anything as installation or anything as such in the Salesforce. Rather, we learn how the product behaves, how to configure the product to achieve the business requirements. So it's all about the point click, or you can say some people call it as admin, some people call it as out of box. So admin or out of box or configuration. So everything is the same. So development, whatever we cannot do using the admin, which is like out of box or configuration, or some people also call it as point click. If we are not able to achieve the business requirement using the configuration, then we go for the development. Development involves writing the code. Okay, so we write the code in the Apex programming language. Apex is the programming language of Salesforce, which is almost similar to Core Java or C#.NET. It's also a OOPS programming language actually. Apex is also. This is in the backend. For the front end, we use like Lightning components. Okay, so in development, we mainly concentrate on Apex and Lightning components. This involves writing the code. So Salesforce also recommends to use the out of box or configuration, whatever you say, to go with the configuration if it is possible. So once you get the business requirement, the first thing what we need to do is like whether this can be achieved using the configuration, which means you configure this particular Salesforce CRM product, right? Salesforce is a CRM product. We'll learn what is a CRM, what exactly the CRM contains. Everything we'll learn today itself. So Salesforce is a CRM product. So we will see what are all the different configurations which we can do it in as part of admin. What are all the different configurations which are available and how to do it. That is what we are going to learn in admin. If it is not possible to do anything as such, we go for the development. Development involves writing the code, and this code is nothing but Apex and Lightning components. Okay. Any questions till now, team? Anyone? Okay. I take it as no questions. Let's move on. So let's go with this. normal slides, which I do as part of a demo. Okay, so when we start any business, any large scale business, the first thing what we have, we need to have two softwares which is mandatory. Like the first one is the ERP one. ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise Resource Planning. So this takes care right from the raw materials. I mean, like inventory management or resource planning, right from the raw materials till the product is developed, manufactured, and product has been shipping and payment of the product is made. Everything will takes care in the ERP system. Once once the product is manufactured, then the CRM system comes to the picture. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. The main thing what we have it in the CRM system is storing the customer information. CRM system basically is used to store the customer information. Customer information is not just the customer phone number or customer email ID, phone name and address. It's more than that. Like all the information about the customer, which includes the uh, which includes the face-to-face conversation what happened with the customer, or phone call conversations which happened with the customer, or what are all the different leads given by the customer, or what are all the different opportunities which has given by the customer. Along with that, what are all that, so how many opportunities we are able to won, or how many opportunity we lost it, why we lost those opportunities. Each and every information related to the customer is will be flagged inside this particular CRM system. So why we need to store all the customer information in the CRM system? So let's say suppose we have like a Dell. Dell is a laptop manufacturer company. They have like too many customers, thousands of customers. So I've been dealing with one or two main customers like Infosys and TCS. They are the two main customers, right? Of Dell. Dell will have a manager, a CRM, a sales manager, basically. If he has Dell company has a manager, and if they have this particular, if this particular manager works with TCS or Infi to get the orders, and he takes care of all the two company needs, and he he makes sure these clients are happy. That's the main idea of this. That's the main job of this particular manager. Let's say he's a Dell employee. If this particular Dell manager is leaving the job after couple of years or after 5 to 6 years, it should not be a case that even the customers leaves this particular Dell and travel along with this manager. If he is joining HP, Dell should not lose the customers and join and start giving the order to the HP company. That should not be the case. If a new person who takes over the existing person who has joined, who is leaving this Dell, right? He should also he should be in the position where the old manager has left the company. I mean, he need to replace the old manager right from day one, and the customer should not get this get the get some he should not feel that old manager was very was able to understand everything, and the new person was not able to understand. he should not find the difference basically. So that will happen only when the old manager or whoever the manager is there, whoever the person who is dealing with the clients, if he store all the customer information at one particular place, then it will be easy for the new person who opens that particular page and able to see all the information which is related to the customer at one place, right? So this particular customer storing the customer information along with the conversation happened with the customer, or opportunities what customer has given, or all the emails which we have sent to the customer, all the campaigns what we have done, each and everything which is related to the customer, if we store at one place, that will be easy for the new joiners to the company or new sales people of the company to track each and everything, right? Whether what happened to the one opportunity, how many days are left in that opportunities, all the activities tracking for a large scale company is very important. So that can be easily done using the CRM system. So CRM system is nothing but customer relationship management system that is basically used to store the customer information. Okay, so this is one of the important software in a large scale business. Okay, any questions team till now? Okay, so what is the CRM system? CRM is a process, or you can say it is used to learn more about the customer needs and behaviors. So why we need to learn the customer need, know about the customer needs and how the customer behave. Once you know the behavior of the customer or what customer need is there, you develop a stronger relationship with the customer. Once you develop a stronger relationship with the customer, you get more business from the customer. Customer will just give the business to you. So CRM system is basically used to learn more about the customer mentality, you can say his behavior and his need. Once you understand that, he gives you develop a relationship with him, and it will be like you develop a stronger relation with the customer, and he gives more business to the customer to you only. That is what the main idea of main usage of the CRM system. And is the Salesforce only CRM in the market? There's no other CRMs in the market. Not really. Salesforce, and before Salesforce, it was the Siebel CRM which was ruling the market. Now there's no doubt Salesforce is number one CRM in the market. But before Salesforce, it was the Siebel CRM which was ruling the market for more than 2 decades. You can say like more than 25 years. Siebel CRM was the one which was ruling the market. We also have Microsoft Dynamics CRM, Sugar CRM, PeopleSoft CRM. More or less all CRMs are the same, and Salesforce is the one which was ruling the market right now. And if you see the ERP system side, I think SAP is the one which was ruling the market, share. We have like Oracle Business Suite, Sage, Momentum, all those things. In case of Salesforce, right? If you come back to the CRM, let's say suppose there is one software which is a Siebel software, Siebel CRM, which was ruling the market since like more than 20 years, 25 years. Then Salesforce came, and then it was able to take edge over the Siebel CRM and grab all the market, all the customers, and become number one CRM in the market. What is there? What is that which is there in the Salesforce, which is not in the Siebel CRM? Does Salesforce has more features than Siebel? Not really. Let's be very open. Siebel has more features than Salesforce. Siebel, in fact, it is more robust than Salesforce. Then also customers got attracted to the Salesforce. What is that which is there in the Salesforce why all the customers got attracted to the Salesforce, even though Siebel has more features, Siebel is more robust than Salesforce. To understand this, why people got attracted to the Salesforce, we need to understand the evolution criteria, how the evolution took over. So if you see the evolution, like in the mid 20th century, it was like all the mainframes. It was the mainframes, which means all the servers used to be at one place. We used to send the request to the server. Our request used to be in the queue, and based on once the request get processed, we used to get the response. That is how the mainframes used to be. Then the hardware revolution took over. Then it was the client-server architecture, which was very famous, and almost all the companies started using that over the time. Like one dedicated server used to be there for each and every client, and each and every software like Siebel CRM or SAP or Microsoft, everything uses this particular client-server architecture only. Then again, the evolution again took over. It was the software as a service model, which is one of the cloud technology. So we'll discuss more in detail what is cloud, what is software as a service. But this is the reason why Salesforce was able to take edge over the Siebel CRM. Salesforce is in the cloud. So first we have seen what is the why we need to use the CRM, what is the need of CRM, what are the different types of CRM we have seen, and we have seen like why Salesforce is number one CRM in the market. It's only because Salesforce is in the cloud. Okay, so what exactly is the cloud computing? Anyone team? Anyone knows what is a cloud? Did you heard about the cloud computing? Anyone team? What is the cloud computing? So when you are sharing the whenever you are sharing the resources, uh, uh, resources might be a software, or resources might be an information, or resources might be an hardware over the internet. We call it as a cloud computing. If you are sharing the resources as a service over the internet, we call it as a cloud computing. The best example of the cloud computing is like Facebook, or you can say Gmail. So where exactly we are not sure on which technology this is hosted on, is developed on, and which server this is hosted. We are not sure about all this information. Then also we just log into that particular apps, and we start using that particular uh, 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 app what they have given to application which they have given. So we just log into the Gmail, write an email, and just send it. We are not sure how it works. We are not sure how what technology they used. We are not sure where on which server it is hosted. We just sign up and log in and use it. That is what. So they are sharing the software basically for us over the internet. That is what it is, a cloud computing. Okay. So what are the different types of cloud computing? The lowest level of the cloud computing is the infrastructure as a service. So what exactly the infra as a service model? So here what happens is like, let's take an example. Like let's say suppose you got an project. This project is needs like high-end computer, like 1 TB memory, or 10 TB memory, um, uh, or whatever you say, like the 512 gigs of RAM or latest CPU. It requires like a supercomputer, the high-end computer, and this project is only for the 2 months. So you don't go out and buy a supercomputer just for 2 months. Rather, what you do is like you approach this infra as a service companies like Amazon EC2 or Rackspace. There are many companies which provide the infra as a service. You approach them, give your configuration. They will they will create a virtual. They will create the mm, system of your configuration, and they provide you the remote desktop. Okay, so they provide you the remote credentials where you can just log in the into that remote uh, computer and start using that. This they charge you for that. They charge rent for what they are you providing, what service they are providing. So this way of providing the infrastructure is the lowest level of cloud computing, and a step ahead of that is the platform as a service model, where they not only provide the infrastructure, they provide you the platform to build your application. Let's take the same example. You need like along with the computer, you need like a paid software like Oracle database or the paid version of .NET, C Sharp, or whatever you the softwares you want to provide. So these people who uh, provides you the infra, they purchase the licenses in bulk at very cheaper rate. Let's say suppose this Oracle software, if you go and buy, it costs you $100. They buy like thousands of software licenses, hundreds of licenses. They get only for $70. So these people only sell you that particular license for 85 or $80. It's a win-win situation for both of you. So you will be tending to purchase the license from them only. So they install that software. If you tell them like this is all the things which I want, they charge you and install the particular software. And this model is called the platform as a service model. So you're they create a platform for you so that you can develop your application. Okay, this is mainly used by the application developers. Okay, a step ahead of that is the software as a service model, whereby they only develop the software and you just need to sign up and start using that particular software. We just seen the example of Gmail. You will be signing up and start using the software. This Facebook or Gmail comes in the software as a service model. They only develop the software. We just need to sign up and start using that. Now the question comes, if there are three types of cloud computing, where exactly the Salesforce comes to the picture? The Salesforce comes into the picture in two places. One is the SaaS and another one is the PaaS area. SaaS as well as the PaaS. In case of SaaS, they develop the software, the CRM software, customer relationship management software, which they call it as Sales Cloud as well as the Service Cloud. These two are the revenue generating software for them. And the other one is the PaaS, which is a platform as a service model, where they have like force.com platform where you can develop your own applications. Okay, so what we have seen till now, the first thing what we have seen is like what exactly is a CRM, what are the business units when you want to start a large scale business. That is what we have seen first. Then what exactly is a CRM, and after that what we have seen is like what are the different CRMs are there in the market, and why Salesforce is the number one CRM. It's only because it's in the cloud. That is the reason it's number one CRM in the market, right? And what is the cloud computing? That's what we have seen. And then what are the different types of clouds? Is what different models of cloud computing you can say. That's what we have seen till now. Now let's see what are the benefits of the cloud computing. The main benefit you can see it is as pay as you use. So you will be paying for the uh, licenses which you have used. Let's say suppose I want to use the CRM software. I mean like in the initial stages of my company, only five people want to log into the Salesforce, and so you purchase like five user licenses and you pay for those particular five user licenses. Over the time your company has grown and you want like 20 users to use the CRM software, you contact Salesforce and increase the user licenses, and start 20 users can start login into the Salesforce once you create the users for them, and you will be paying for the 20 users. Over the time, once you consolidate the users, and if you feel like only 10 users need to log in, you can just tell the Salesforce and deactivate the users, and you can use only the 10 user licenses, and you will be paying only for the 10 user licenses. So you will be anytime paying for the uh, licenses what you have used. This is the most benefit of the cloud computing. Lower total cost to the owner, right? So what happens in the traditional model? Let's say suppose if you want to use the Siebel CRM, what you need to do is like you need to purchase the Siebel CRM license first. What happens is that license itself will be few $100,000, right? And you will be purchasing that particular license, and once you purchase the license you need to install that license software on one server. So you purchase a server and you install that user licenses, whatever the whatever the software you have purchased from the civil company, you will be installing that particular software in the server. So once you install that, to install the software and to maintain that particular software, you need to hire a Siebel administrator. So what happens over there is like you'll be hiring the Siebel administrator. So as you will be so as they maintain that particular software, which means like they do the updates on the software, or they delete the unnecessary logs or anything. They have their own process of doing, and that's what the Siebel administrator does. So you purchase the software, you purchase the server, and then you hire a person to maintain it. So all these three are the overheads which is reduced, which is eliminated in the cloud thing. In case of Salesforce, you contact the Salesforce support, just purchase the license and start using that. So this benefit was observed by the end users, and they started using the Salesforce. They started going towards the Salesforce. That's what happened, and that's how the Siebel market share has got reduced, and now Salesforce is #1 CRM in the market. So this is not just the benefit for the Salesforce, it's for all the because it's in the cloud, whatever the benefits which comes as part of cloud computing, all the benefits Salesforce also got it. Okay, and we also have like 24/7 support, storage management, or lower capital expenditure. The initial capital is also less when compared to the traditional client server architecture model. So these are all the benefits what Salesforce automatically got because they are using the cloud computing. Okay, and Salesforce is on demand model. Just now we have discussed like we can always increase or decrease the user licenses. Multi-tenant architecture, which means like multiple tenants. Let's say suppose you purchase like 10 user licenses from the Salesforce, and I purchase 5 user licenses from Salesforce. There might be a scenario that you and me might reside on the same server. You are a tenant to the Salesforce, I'm the tenant to the Salesforce. We both might share the system resources, right? CPU or memory or whatever the hardware. Okay, so multi-tenant architecture, Salesforce claims that Salesforce claims that because of the multi-tenant architecture, they are able to provide the license in a very less cost. That's what they claim. We can see the cost in how much they cost and everything. I might be in the later classes. We'll see it in the first or second class. So, and it's scalable, like you can always increase or decrease the user licenses anywhere and anytime. I mean, like, because it's in the cloud, you can just log in from anywhere and you can log in anytime, and automatic upgrade. So this is the best feature of the Salesforce actually. So Salesforce updates itself once in 4 months. They have like 3 releases per year. So it adds the new features, it updates the security patch, everything will get automatically upgrade. They will fix a date and then they will upgrade the system itself once in 4 months without our this thing. Okay, that is what we call it as automatic upgrades. Okay, and the next thing here is the certification. So if you are planning for the certification, this is the best slide for you. So Dev 401, I think they renamed it as PD1. Now it's a platform developer one, and the advanced version of PD1 is a platform developer 2 certification. And if you are going for the admin role, it's like ADM 201, and the advanced version of the admin is the ADM 301. That's what. So as part of the course, this course, we cover both admin as well as the development. If you are planning for the consultation role, like a BA role, for that also you need to learn admin first, then you need to learn the consultation, whatever the sales cloud or service cloud, more in depth about that. So this course covers both admin as well as the development. Any questions, team? Anyone? Anything till now? Any questions? Okay, this is the overview of the Salesforce. Like we have Salesforce, which has the CRM, and we have both Sales Cloud and the Service Cloud. These are the revenue generating clouds. Sales unit, we call it as Sales Cloud here. Service unit, we call it as Service Cloud. And we can develop our own custom application using the force.com platform. That's what we have seen, right? So Salesforce has its presence in both PaaS, platform as a service area, as well as the SaaS, software as a service area. In the PaaS area, Salesforce has its presence in the name of force.com platform, which means you can develop your application, you can develop your own application, and you can use it by your own, or or you can keep it in the app exchange. What exactly is the app exchange? So in our mobile, we have like App Store in case of Apple. In case of Android, we have like Play Store. So we can download the applications for free or paid from that. Just like that, Salesforce also has App Exchange, so where you can download the applications for free or paid. So if you are a developer, you can develop your own custom application and keep it in the App Exchange. So in the App Exchange, if everyone likes it, you can make it as a paid product, so that whenever the people purchase it, Salesforce will collect that money and keep some commission and just give the rest of the money to you. So it's all the App Exchange is just like our Play Store or App Store. whatever we have it on the mobile. Salesforce also have it, App Exchange, where all the paid apps as well as the free apps will be there in the App Exchange. You believe it or not, almost 15 to 20% of the companies only work on App Exchange products. They work on the App Exchange products, and they have a very huge team, and they are developing like very good App Exchange products. Okay, this is the overview of the CRM sales cloud flow basically, which starts with the campaign. We'll see in detail about this particular flow in the next class, but I just want to touch base with you. Like, it starts with the campaign, so which means you do the marketing of your product. So let's say, suppose, let's take the same example like Dell. Dell, Dell has developed a new laptop, so they need to do that campaign. Campaign might be a TV ad, paper ad, hoardings, or a small tent outside a mall. Even that is a even that is like a campaign. So once you do the campaigning, right? Once you campaign this, then only it will reach the public. So campaigning, once the marketing is done, the outcome of the market campaign is the lead. So what exactly I mean? Let's say, suppose Dell has kept a temporary shop or temporary tent outside a mall, and they display some models of new product, which is the new laptop what they have. Let's say, suppose I am interested, and I went there. I asked all the specifications, and I see how it is working and everything. And before I leave, they ask me for the name and phone number. So name and phone number is what they ask me, and if I'm really interested, I give the correct phone number. Otherwise, I don't give the correct phone number. This particular name and phone number is the lead for them. So generally, the campaigning will be done by the marketing people who does the campaigning, and they collect all the leads, which is the name and phone number, my name and phone number, or all the people who are interested or who came to the shop or tent. Uh, they uh, they collect all the names and phone numbers. This is all the leads for them. This is all the leads for them. Once they collect all the leads, right, what happens is like they pass these leads to the salespeople. Then salespeople call each and every person and verify if they are really interested or not. If they are not interested, they just close this particular lead. If they are interested, they convert this lead into account, contact, and opportunity. One lead is converted into account, contact, and opportunity. This is what happens. So account contains the company information, what company I belong to, and all the information about the companies. Contact belongs to contact has the what contact numbers and who works on that particular company or account. And opportunities is like how many opportunities this particular company has given. So opportunities might be like if I'm interested in purchasing 5 laptops, right? This particular lead, 5 laptops for my company. Lead is converted into account. Account will have my company name. Contact will have my name and my phone number, my details. And opportunity is like 5 laptops. And salesperson keep calling each and every day. Let's say, suppose he calls me every day. Someday I tell, see, I'm not the decision maker in my company. My boss is the decision maker. I give his contact. So for the same account, they add a new contact. This is how it happens. For the same account, they add a new contact. Okay, and uh, the salesperson who is following up, they will just reach out to my boss or my new contact of this particular account. And finally, if they are able to give proper discount and everything, they can close this particular opportunity. And opportunity has different stages, right from prospecting till the close one or close last. Close one is they won the opportunity, close last is they lost this particular opportunity. So once the opportunity is close one, a contract will be signed and support services will be started. So contract contains like how many years of paid warranty or free warranty. That is what a support services. This is the basic flow of the CRM. We'll see in detail in the UI how it looks like and everything. So it starts with the campaign, ends with the support services. That's what happens. Any questions in this flow? Okay, this is the overview. So CRM, Salesforce is the CRM product of Salesforce.com Inc. This is the company name, Salesforce.com Inc. It is co-founded by Mark Benioff. He was earlier working in the Oracle as SVP. He came out of Oracle, started his own company, Salesforce, and it's on cloud and on demand model. It has its own applications like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, like that. Salesforce has 17 other clouds. There are total 17 clouds for Salesforce. Marketing Cloud, Health Cloud. They have many other clouds, but revenue generation, yes, definitely the Sales and Service Cloud. Okay, and we can do the customizations on that particular clouds as well. I mean, okay, they also has Force.com platform, which they show their presence in the PaaS area also, platform as a service area also. And this particular Salesforce can be easily integrated to all the other on cloud or on premise applications. Either on cloud applications or on premise applications, you can easily integrate this particular Salesforce. Okay, this is what I generally do as part of demo. Any questions, team?
How much level of coding we can expect in this Salesforce?
So yes, so in this particular thing, whatever in the development, we do have like Apex as well as the lightning components. As I said, Apex is a oops concept. Those who are not those who are learning the programming language for the first time, I do cover like at least 2 or 3 classes, more than 3 classes in fact, on the basics of programming, whatever the programming language needed, basics or basic concept. I start with like what is a class, what is a method, how to call a method, how to call a class, all how to create an instance of class. That's what I do cover everything in this first classes. Then I start the actual Apex topic. Okay, the first topic of the Salesforce development will be the trigger. So before trigger only, I spend at least 3 hours, minimum 3 hours, and then start the actual development. In case of lightning components, it requires like JavaScript. Okay, I do spend like at least 2 to 3 hours on the JavaScript, which is needed for the lightning components. I don't teach everything of the JavaScript. I teach only the one which is needed for the lightning components. If I take the JavaScript sessions, itself takes more than 10 to 15 hours. So whatever is needed to understand the lightning components and what is needed to write the lightning components, that part definitely I will teach first, then I will start teaching the lightning components. That's how I do.
So any prerequisites for the people who wants to join this training?
So there's no prerequisites as such, but if you ask me if this is the first programming language, I request you to go through the recording on the same day, write your own notes, do all the assignments. I'll give the assignments all in the development. Definitely, I give daily assignments. In the admin, you can expect the assignments like almost every alternate day in the admin part. If this is the first programming language which you are learning, I request you to go through or you spend more time after the class come up with the questions on the next day and complete all the assignments before you come to the class. That is what I request you to do. So hope I answer your question.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions, team? If there are no questions,
Hello, sir.
yeah, go ahead.
You told that, sir, the Salesforce will be used for the larger companies, I mean, larger infrastructures. So, what about the small scale companies, sir? Whether they are using the same softwares or
Salesforce, yes. See, if the number of customers are more than 1,000 or anything as such, definitely the Salesforce will be useful. For small companies, also they started using the Salesforce. Like once their customers are more, and they are no one can remember each and every detail about the customer. So you might remember up to if you have the customers for of 10 or 20, if they are like in hundreds, more than 200 or 300, you don't remember each and every detail about the customer, right? And the most problem is like if the person who is dealing with the customer, if he leaves the company, it's all the customers should not go along with him who is dealing with him, right? The new person who comes in place of the old salesperson, right? He should be able to get all the information, and he should be able to work right from day one. How, right? That will be possible only if the old salesperson stores the customer information someplace. This is what the CRM comes into the picture, which is the customer relationship management. For the smaller companies also, definitely yes, there are many companies which takes the 3 to 4 user licenses and start using the Salesforce. There, I see there are some companies as well. Any other questions, Tim?
No, it's clear. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks, Tim. Thanks for joining. Yeah, bye.